Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to yet another video. And it is, as you can see, the squad review time, and it is Bristol City's 2022-2023 squad. And this is a brief review of who I'd be looking to keep, who I'd be looking to sell or let go, and who I'd be looking to loan out, whether that's beneficiary to the club or to the player himself. So without any further ado, let's get straight into this. Got three different coloured pens here. Green is for who I'd be looking to keep, blue is for who I'd be looking to loan out, and red is obviously for who I'd be looking to move on from the football club. We'll start with the goalkeeping department, and I think that's a fairly straightforward one, really. Max O'Leary, number one, since Dan Bentley left, and even before Dan Bentley left, so that's a big keep from me. Not much convincing at times, but I think would benefit from another season in the Championship. Harvey Wells-Richards, youngster, hasn't played yet for City. We have activated, I think, a year's extension in his deal, so I think it's another keep from me. So for the goalkeeping department, two players, Max O'Leary and Harvey Wells-Richards, both is a keep from me. We'll move on to the centre-back positions, and we'll start with Thomas Callas, whose contract is up at the end of the season, and Bristol City have announced our released list and retained list, and Thomas Callas is one that's in negotiations with the football club still. Quite frankly, I'm not sure. I am not totally sure on Thomas Callas. He is an absolutely brilliant player on his day in the Championship, and there is no doubt about that. His injury record at the football club, though, has been an absolute mess. And despite that, I might keep him around, because if we can get him on reduced wages, keep him around at the football club, the player of his quality, and get him another season, get another season out of him, I think that would be a good move from the football club. And quite frankly, I think it would benefit us. Cal Naismith, realistically, could be centre-back or in centre midfield. It doesn't really matter, but keep him nevertheless. Very good player. Ball circulation is outstanding. I'd keep him around football club, even if that means playing in centre midfield. That's fine by me. Rob Atkinson, ACL injury, doesn't matter. Keep him around. Absolute rock at the back. Zach Viner, last season I was absolutely convinced this man needed to go. He was didn't feel good enough at all, but has been absolutely brilliant this season. Captained as well on a few occasions, and has just been absolutely magnificent throughout the campaign. Now, for the first time, the red one comes out, and that is because Taylor Moore is out of the door, and quite frankly, good riddance, really. On loan at Shrewsbury last season under Steve Cottrell, was apparently really good, and that's fair enough to him. It's probably his level, though. League One, it's probably level. Not quite good enough for me in the Championship. And yes, good luck to him, but it's about time we moved on. Callum Wood is the next one, I think, under 21s. Yeah, I'll be looking to loan him out, and then get a few more centre-backs in. So I'll put a question mark around Callum Wood. That just means I'd hope we loan him out to either League Two, National League club if possible, and see how it goes from there. Because I think, again, a lot of these players are academy based. We can get the best possible moves for their careers. And I think Callum Wood would benefit from a loan move at this point in time. We move on to right backs, and I've already put a tick next to George Tanner. Not because I already did it and then had to rewind. No, it's because it's an easy keep. Definitely 100% a keep. He has been rock solid at the back of the season. Kane Wilson is next, and you will see me open the blue pen. And that is because I think Kane Wilson will massively benefit from a loan move away from the club. He is obviously a highly rated player in the EFL. League 2 promotion with Forest Green Rovers. Absolutely brilliant achievement. Starting every game, most games, and overall just having an absolutely brilliant impact. This season has been a mess, really. Uh, Injuries, not getting in the squad, not playing enough. It's time, I think, Kane Wilson gets a loan move away for the season and see what he can do on maybe a League 1 level, maybe League 2 to Championship was just too soon for him. Ross McCrory is not a Bristol City player yet. He is the captain of Aberdeen, well, for now at least. And it seems like Bristol City will be signing Ross McCrory on a 2-year deal. No, not on a 2-year deal. For £2 million, which is a staggering amount of money for a club that's recently been in financial predicaments. So, Ross McCrory, obviously it's going to be a keep, but that is a massive, massive signing of intent because he is just qualified for the European competition in Aberdeen. So this is a massive, massive signing of intent if Bristol City can finalise a deal for Ross McCrory. No matter the amount, this will be a huge, huge signing if we can pull it off. We'll move into centre midfield now, and we'll start with Joe Williams, who, despite having an injury-riddled season yet again, well, the latter end of it, had actually a pretty good impact on the team when he was playing for the football club. So absolutely a keep for me. Matty James next, and again, absolutely outstanding this season. Really just making sure he's been fit, available, and been one of the most consistent performers in the team. Next, we have Andy King, who I am not so convinced about, but despite that, I think he's had a pretty good season. So, obviously, he's adopted a player coach role this year, working in Pearson's staff, and quite frankly, I think I'd keep him around. Maybe as a player coach, maybe not. I'd keep him around. So yeah, I'd keep Andy King around, despite his age, for another season. Now, here's the big one, the one everyone's talking about. It's Alex Scott. Obviously, it would be a massive. I would love to keep him. It just. If it was my way, it'd be a massive tick, 100%. Obviously, player of his quality next season, the Championship would be absolutely outstanding. Don't think that's going to happen though. I was going to say financial. It's not financial. It's a financial sense. Bristol City will be looking to sell Alex Scott, and that is not the same as Taylor Moore. That was the other cross I have on this list. But the money we'd get for him, if we can invest that in positions around the squad, that would be so beneficial for the whole squad. Let's say we get 25 million for Alex Scott. That would be so beneficial for the whole football club. I think we need to sell him, because at this moment his price is probably at his peak if he does continue playing for us. So I think we need to make sure we cash in and get rid. Not in a bad way, but in a good way, because his money we get for Alex Scott would be so good and so beneficial for the whole football club. That's a bit of a bad one. It's a bit of a weird one as well, because it'd be great if we could keep him because of his quality, but it'd be also really good if we could cash in and get a good price for him. Next one is Omar Taylor-Clark, which is again a keep. Did really well towards the back end of last season. Came on against Blackpool, which I went to, and spring debut, a few very good balls around, and generally had a really good impact on the club, on the team when he came on. Bit of a solid defensive midfielder. So yeah, I'd say keep around for next season. Ayman Benarous, again, absolutely massive keep. Really good talent. Done his ACL twice. It's not ideal in the world at all. but it's a must keep because he has got really good quality. And before that, 2 ACL injuries, he looked a really good player as well. Marley Francois. Now, I rate Marley Francois quite a lot because when he came on against Man City, he looked quite good. But in terms of getting into this, would I rather Taylor Clark and Benarous when they come back than Marley Francois? Probably. But have we got enough depth to loan Marley Francois out? I don't think so. So I'm going to keep Marley Francois for this season. Even if he doesn't get that much game time, I don't think midfield is going to be a position we're going to be looking at in the summer that much. Certainly not as an 8. So I think we keep Marley Francois. Elijah Morrison, I think we loan him out. I don't think at this moment he's probably good enough for the football club. Maybe in a couple of years, maybe next year. I think it's probably time we loan Elijah Morrison out. Ben Acey, now again, Alex Scott's Guernsey national mate. I think we keep Ben Acey, to be honest. I think he's pretty good talent for what. I think he's pretty good talent. I think he's got lots of good reviews from the under-21s, Brighton. So I think we keep Ben Acey, from what I've heard anyway. Dylan Kadji on loan at Swindon last season. I'm not sure how he got on, but I think we probably give him another loan spell. I think that leaves us as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in the midfield position, which I think is fine for now. And yeah, I think we probably loan Dylan Kadji and probably be beneficial for both parties, really. Now, Hanno Masengo. Now, this has caused a bit of weird talk on Twitter because we've offered him a new deal when Pearson has said we'll not see him again. But we've not offered him a new deal because we want him to stay. We've offered him a new deal because we want the compensation we deserve, really, from Hanno Masengo. So, I say absolutely cross, because he's not going to stay here next season. That's quite obvious. So if we can get a good value for him, that'll be quite good business from City. Compared to, if we get 25 million for Alex Scott, a couple of million for, and I'm saying that's it, pretty good deal. So yeah, that's who I'd keep in the midfield position. It's a bit of a range, but generally more experienced players I'd try and keep. Some of the youngsters as well, Ben Acey, Marley Francois, Benarous, or Taylor Clark. Morrison, Kadji, I'd look to be loaning out. Alex Scott, with a heavy heart, I'd be looking to sell. Hanno Masengo as well, I'd be looking to get rid of from the football club. So that's who I'd keep in the midfield positions. We'll move to the other side now. I'm on this side now. We'll move to the other side where we look at the left backs we have at the moment. And we'll start with Campering, which is, again, very easy. Tick, solid, defensively and going forward is very good. So, and he'd probably be my first choice for next season. Jada Silva has announced he has left at the end of his contract, which is sad, but I think probably for the beneficial football club. High wages, hasn't really done enough to get ahead of Cam Pring, and we will be looking to hint, probably looking at signing someone in that position, hint, next season. And that certain someone, hint, is going to be Joe Bryan, reportedly. Apparently, at the end of his Fulham contract, City have agreed a deal to sign Joe Bryan back. If that happens, obviously a massive keep, but that would be so good, because he could play realistically in centre midfield. He could potentially play here, so he can cover 3 positions. So that doesn't really affect the progress of Cam Pring. So that would be such a good addition to the squad. Not only because of sentimental values, because Joe Bryan, obviously City legend, Rovers goal and all that, but this would be a massive coup because at the Championship level, he is outstanding. Outstanding. So Joe Bryan can fill 3 positions realistically, and that would be such a good addition to the squad. And obviously Cam Pring would still probably be likely to retain his place. So that's who I'd keep and let go from the centre. It's not from the central, from the left back position. We'll start looking at the forwards in a football club right now. And Naki Wells is an easy keep. Obviously, experienced striker at this level, goal scorer, and yeah, generally been quite good this season. Tommy Conway, absolutely keep. I suspect there will be some interest from higher up the food chain than Bristol City, but I'd say he's a keep. Sam Bell is also a keep, especially impressive because it's his first season, real first season at football club, so is a keep from me. Seb Palmer Holden is a goal machine at under 21s level, and to be honest, I don't see him getting ahead of these 3. And if you move over to this side, I don't see him getting ahead of Vyman or Cornick. So I'd be looking to loan out Seb Palmer Holden. If he is generally that good, he probably gets a good EFL move. Probably does. So I'd be looking to loan out Seb Palmer Holden. Look at the interest. If it's a good League 2, League 1, maybe lower League 1 move, looking to get him on a short-term loan. We'll move into the wingers now. We'll do all of them in one. Anis Mehmeti, he runs down the wing for me. He's Albania Messi. He is so good. No, genuinely, he is a keep from me. Despite struggling for a bit and getting dropped from the side, he has been okay for a relatively young person making the step from a team that relied on him, really, gave the ball to him most of the time in Wickham and Gareth Ainsworth and the way they play, to more functioning team, to a team that's a bit more not revolved around him. So I think that'll take time to adapt, but I think I'd keep him. Mark Sykes, on a free from Oxford, has been so good this season. Can play right back as well. So yes, massive keep from me. Now we have Sam Pearson, who was on loan at Wimbledon for the second half of last season, and impressed for Wimbledon and Johnny Jackson. So much so, newly promoted Notts County apparently hold an interest in him. If we can get a good price for him, this will sound a bit silly, but I'd try and see what price we can get for him. As sad as it would be, I'd probably be looking to sell Sam Pearson if there is a good offer. Obviously, Pearson, not this one, Nigel Pearson and Brian Tinian might think otherwise, in terms of, well, he could be good enough right now. If he is, he'll get in the squad. There is no doubt about that. If he's not, he probably either gets sold or gets loaned. So I'd be looking to sell Sam Pearson on the right offer, because I feel like Notts County probably will give us a decent chunk of money for him. Or I'd be looking to loan him out to a League 1 side, at least. We'll move over here to the other side. Now these two can play here realistically, especially Cornick and Vyman. Both of them can play there. Vyman, easy keep. Bit disappointing this season, but a few bits of quality, which is what really you expect from the Austrian. So yes, keep from me. Harry Cornick is a one that raises eyebrows. Despite that, I would be keeping him because I don't think we're in a position, really, at this moment in time, to be looking to sell Harry Cornick right now. If we were in a position where we could sign 2-3 players in that position, then I'd be looking to sell Cornick, but not right now. So that is it for the 2022-2023 season's keep, loan, sell, get rid video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hit like if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here. This was the first video in a while because of my exam. It is exam season, weirdly enough. So yes, thank you guys very much for watching. Keep safe, and I'll catch you all later pretty soon.